How's it going, YouTube? Today I'm going to be doing my prediction of the 2012-2013 NFL season playoff. We do know all the teams that are in the playoffs. We know all the seeds and everything as of now. So I thought it was a good time right before the playoffs start just to get out my predictions. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the wild cards, obviously, and then just move our way up, all the way up until the Super Bowl. I will predict the Super Bowl as well. Keep in mind, I do have favorite teams. I do have teams I like better than others as well, so could be a little bit biased. But I'm going to keep looking to my left here. I guess it'd be right on your guys' screen because that's where I have all my predictions listed. So we're going to start off with a wild card. We'll do the AFC first, and then we'll move to the NFC. The first game I have is the 6th seed Bengals going up against the 3rd seed Texans. Although the Bengals have a little bit more momentum coming in, Texans haven't been looking too good lately. I do still see the Texans winning this game 27-21. Neither team really has an edge in playoff experience, so I don't think that really comes into play too much, but the Texans will win 27-21. The next game I have going up is the number 4 seed Ravens up against the 5th seed Colts. Ravens have just been struggling in the second half of their season, and I know they're a pretty good playoff team. And I know that the Colts have rookie starter Andrew Luck, who has yet to make the postseason. But I do think, yet to make the postseason before this year because he's a rookie, I do think that the Colts are going to beat the Ravens with a score of 28-13. The Colts do pretty well on offense, and I know that generally the Ravens are a good defensive team, but I just don't see them doing too well. And so that's what the AFC wildcard is. We'll go to the NFC wildcard. I have the 6th seed Vikings going up against the 3rd seed Packers. I don't think this will be too much of a challenge, actually, for the Packers. Vikings have been struggling this whole season. I know Adrian Peterson is doing extremely well, rushing for over 2,000 yards, 9 away from the record. So I see the 3rd seed Packers beating the Vikings 31-14. I think they're going to score pretty high. The last wild card matchup we have is the 5th seed Seahawks going up against the 4th seed Redskins. Both of these teams do have starting rookie quarterbacks, so it is going to be a big challenge for them, but I think that the Seahawks have a better team behind their rookie quarterback than the Redskins do. Neither of them have really made the postseason too recently. They haven't been going far in the postseason too recently. So I do think that the Seahawks will come out with a win, 28-17. I think RG3 will do pretty well, but that's basically the only real threat to the Seahawks. All right, so we're going to move ahead to the divisional round. So we have the 2nd seed Patriots going up against the 3rd seed Texans. They did meet earlier this season. It wasn't that close. The Patriots did do pretty well against them, beating them with a decent score. And I see that carrying through to the playoffs. I think the Patriots will again beat the Texans with a score of 35-27. I know that the Texans have a pretty decent defense, but it's just really hard to stop Tom Brady in the Patriots offense, especially with Gronkowski and Hernandez back. The next AFC team in the divisional playoff is going to be the 1st seed Broncos against the 5th seed Colts. This is Peyton Manning going up against his former team. He has a lot of history with that team, and the rookie quarterback going up against his predecessor. So I do think that the Broncos will win that game 31-24. It might not be that close. I'm not too sure, but I do think that both teams are going to score pretty high. So we'll move to the NFC for the divisional round. We have the 1st seed Falcons going up against the 5th seed Seahawks. There's a big gap between seeds and the win-loss percentage of these teams, but I can't trust the Falcons. They've been a very inconsistent team this whole season. I know that the record doesn't show, but if you watch their games, there's been a lot of close games, especially against bad teams. So I do not see that the Falcons are going to win this game. I think Matt Ryan is again going to have another playoff game with a loss. So I think the Seahawks are going to win that game 27-13. I don't think the Falcons are going to score that much. The last divisional game we have going up is going to be the third seed Packers against the second seed 49ers. 49ers are a pretty decent team. I think that they carry some momentum coming into the postseason, but Colin Kaepernick, a second-year quarterback, first-year starter, I don't think he's going to have enough confidence going into this game, especially against a team like the Packers. I know that they're a higher seed than the Packers are, but the Packers are going to do well in this game. They're going to beat the 49ers 24-20. All right, so then we're going to go to the conference games, also known as the AFC NFC Championship games. For the AFC side, we have the second seed Patriots going up against the first seed Broncos. If this actually does happen, this will be a very interesting game because it is the Tom Brady-Peyton Manning rivalry. Peyton Manning with his new team, but still doing strong. Both going after that MVP there. I think that the Patriots are a stronger team, definitely in the second half of the season and the postseason. And they already beat the Broncos earlier this season. So I do think that the Patriots will win this game. It's going to be a high-scoring game, definitely a shootout. I think that the final score is going to be 34-31. The Patriots win it. We'll move ahead to the NFC Championship. In the NFC Championship, we have the 5th seed Seahawks going up against the 3rd seed Packers. Big story with the Seahawks this season, really overcoming a lot here. They weren't really favored to even make the postseason, and especially with Russell Wilson, they didn't really expect too much out of him, being a rookie and all that, not even drafted too high. So there's a lot of pressure on them, and I do think that the Packers are going to win this game. Aaron Rodgers has been doing pretty good this season here, and they're a pretty strong postseason team. So I do think that the Packers will win this game 27-21, which leads to the Super Bowl. In the Super Bowl, we have the 2nd seed Patriots from the AFC taking on the 3rd seed Packers from the NFC. This is a Super Bowl rematch. I do think that it's going to be a somewhat close game, judging by Super Bowls past with Tom Brady. The Patriots have struggled a little bit point-wise. They never really reach up to their average points per game, which is definitely understandable because they're going up against the best NFC team. But I do think this might be a little biased because I am a Patriots fan, but I do think the Patriots will take the Lombardi Trophy home. First time since 2004, coming up against their 2 losses against the Giants. They will win it with a score of 24-17. I think Tom Brady will have a big game, obviously. And the dual threat between Hernandez and Gronkowski will be big. And I think that it's going to be coming down to the wire. And I think that the Patriots make another clutch interception like they have been doing several times this season so far. So I do think it's going to be a close game, but the Patriots will win the Super Bowl for the 2012-2013 NFL season. Thank you guys. If you feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below with your predictions. You can format it any way. Definitely fight me on it because this is definitely up in the air right here. So anyway, guys, take care.